What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another episode of Chatting with Jacob. My name is Jacob Restituto and I'm a musician from Northport, New York. And this is a series on this channel where I go through questions you guys have asked me or things that I just wanted to share with you guys with my mentalities on certain things, and I just want to share them with you guys. Today we're talking about my experience with The Voice and what I tried out for them and how my experience went and all this information. That's a pretty cool story, I think. And but before we get into that, I want to just say, if you want to text me, if you have any questions, if you have anything that you want to be talked about on Chatting with Jacob, you can text me 1-833-575-0948, 1-833-575-0948. If you're in the U.S., you can use regular text message or WhatsApp. If you're outside of the U.S., you can use just regular WhatsApp. And if you want to join my live streams, I go live Monday through Friday, everything from like questions and answers to making music live to acoustic versions to reactions to a whole bunch of different things, and always adding new things in them. So I'd love to interact with you guys that way. It's a little community, it's a lot of fun. And lastly, if you want to check out my music, it's Jacob Restituto wherever you listen. There's a link in the bio, you can check that out. A whole bunch of songs out there, you might find something you like. So, my experience with The Voice. I want to say that I got an email. So I dropped out of music college in 2014. And I worked on my album from like May of 2014 until like late October, November when I released it. And I want to see sometime in like late November of 2014, I got this email. And I should have pulled up the email. Maybe like at some point I'll pull up the email or something like that. Or maybe I could, if I remember, I'll put it in here. I don't even know if I have it still. But I got this email from like a recruiting agent from The Voice. And they said, hey, we found your page. We really like your music. And we want to know if you want to come in for an audition for The Voice. You can actually, and in this email they were like, you're going to skip the cold call like casting, and you're going to go straight to an in-person tryout. So what that meant is like, they have these, like if you've seen the show, they have these like cold, I don't know what they call them, like the cold casting calls, where they have thousands of people like go to like these massive big stadiums and stuff, or like arenas, and they just try out, and only certain people get through. And like, so for example, I'm from New York, and there's a Jacob Javits Center, which I don't know, probably holds a couple thousand people. They have big shows and stuff there, like convention. It's a convention center, and there were thousands of people there, having to go. And I was able to skip that and go to a private tryout, and it was in Manhattan. It was smack in the center of Times Square. And it was funny. It was like, I don't remember the name. It was like, let's say it was like 614 42nd Street. When you're looking for it, it's this little hole in the wall door. It was a door, and you had to ring the bell, and it takes you up into this upstairs staircase. And it was this beautiful studio. When I say beautiful, it was beautiful. The wood paneling, Edison bulbs hanging from the ceiling. It was sick. Glass like walls all over. It was so cool, man. So backtrack a little. I find that in November, and I'm like pumped, but also super nervous because I wasn't that strong of a singer yet, or that confident. So I messaged my friend who's been singing forever, and I'm like, hey, I need help. Like, do you have any recommendations? She sends me to this guy, a vocal coach, and I'm trying to remember his name. What was his name? I'm gonna say like Ben or something like that. I don't remember exactly. Regardless, I go to him and we go on this like strong regimen. Like, I think it's like, I want to say it was like twice a week, if not 3 times a week. And he was expensive, man. Like he was expensive, but it was like for a couple weeks, for like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and we were going hard. And then we made a lot of progress. I think I practiced the songs Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen, Jeff Buckley. I did Use Somebody by Kings of Leon, and there was a third one. They said come with 3. And I think I want to say the third was Give Me Love by Ed Sheeran. I don't remember what the third was actually. But so we practice. He has me bring in, I created instrumentals for some of them, so I sang over the instrumentals, and I actually practiced with my loop pedal, playing and singing over the acoustic guitar. So I go, the day finally comes after a lot of practice, hours and hours and hours. Also trying to improve my stage presence, practicing in my basement, just singing into a mic, trying to control a crowd of no one. So the day's finally here. My parents take me into the city. They want to come with me, and I was nervous. I do, of course, like so much vocal warm up, drinking tea, doing everything, trying to get a good night's sleep the night before. And so we get there. There's musicians waiting and stuff. There's a bunch of people waiting outside. There's a Dunkin' Donuts right next door. I walk up the stairs. My parents come with me. They wait outside. I go in, and I put I'm emailing this person. I think her name was like Amy or something like that. and I'm emailing her back and forth saying, hey, I have a loop pedal, can I come and like play my acoustic guitar? And they're like, yeah, of course, no problem. When I get there, I put my thing down. They're like, what is this? What do you do? And I'm like, I don't know. I emailed somebody. They told me I could do it. So there's these big cameras there, like I'm talking like full on like TV cameras filming you. It would be sick to get that footage actually. There's 3 people sitting in a row and like some man, like a producer saying like with a headset and stuff. So I set up. It takes me 4 seconds to set up because I just need to literally plug 2 things in. I start playing. I play my Hallelujah cover first, which is probably a decently long song. And then I do a couple versions, and then I do this looping at the end where I sing some pretty high notes with the looping and layering these vocals. And I think there's an old version on my YouTube channel if you want to check that out. So then after I play the first song, and meanwhile I had 2 songs ready to go after this, and they're like, okay, thank you so much, we really appreciate it, but that's all we need to hear. And I don't remember if they told you right then and there, or if I don't remember if they email you. I feel like they told you that's all we need to hear. Thank you so much. We're looking for something different. I was like, oh, that sucks, but whatever. So that was it. That was what happened. It was a beautiful studio right in the center of Times Square. So then my family and I went out to Olive Garden right across the street right after that. It was definitely a bummer, but it was cool because I made a relationship with that vocal coach, and he and I practiced to continue to get together after that for a while, for probably a year or 2. And yeah, it was cool. It was definitely it was a good experience. It was a lot of fun. It was something that, at least, what's funny is a lot of people are like, oh, you should try it for the voice, you should try it for the voice. And I don't know if I really even believe in that system, because like I don't know how many people have actually won the voice and made a career out of it. American Idol is a little different. I feel like there's a lot of people that came out of that and have a career now, but alas, regardless, it was a fun experience. It was cool, and I hope you guys enjoyed that story. As always, you can text me at 1-833-575-0948 if you have any more questions. I'd love to answer them. I hope you have a great Restituto day. If you want to check out my music, it means a ton to me. Peace out. Never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry. Making sense of passion on that warm summer night. I know you get worried. I'm sometimes scared out of my mind, living without answers on how to do it right.